Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks you so much for being here today. We have got a great program. And as you know, Brady and I have a couple things that we like to talk about before we get going. And today, I know that not everyone here today was here yesterday. But for those of you who were, I think we'll move that forward. You might have noticed that we as conference organizers were a little challenged to respond to a tweet stream that got a little bit inappropriate at times. And first, I wanted to apologize on behalf of all of the staff for responding in a couple different ways and not having necessarily thought that all the way through. We're experimenting with this. This
is only our third event where we've had a live tweet stream behind the speaker, where the speaker couldn't actually read it. And it's something we need to balance between letting a community voice be heard and being respectful to them.
And for those of you who were tweeting to Dana, whose presentation was really lovely and she was going a little fast, know that she didn't necessarily see those tweets. So if you were frustrated that she hadn't slowed down, please don't blame it on her. It's our fault for not having a way to give that feedback to her. Today we are going to continue experimenting in that we are having our lovely and talented Caitlin Pike, our community manager, actually curate the tweet stream. That means that not everyone's tweets will go up. Please understand again that this is in the spirit of experimentation. We may do it again differently tomorrow. Be our partner in figuring out what the right way is to do this.
And this isn't blocking anyone's tweets. You can still search on the W2E hashtag and see what the full conversation is.
So we'd ask that you go along with us in this experiment today and see how it works for you, see if it adds to the conversation, is respectful of the speakers, and creates a community effect that we're all interested in being part of. And at the end of the hour and a half today, if you could give us feedback about whether you thought it worked and if you have ideas of different ways that we could do this. We're very open to it. We want to partner with you in terms of figuring out the best way to handle this. So thank you very much for that. Now we have Oh, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a couple more announcements to make before we get started. For those of you who are local and have old cell phones at home, we've partnered with Hope Phones, and if you could please bring those in and put them in the blue boxes at registration, you will be helping a great charity. Also, a number of you did go on and rate sessions yesterday, for those of you who were in the conference sessions, but we need more of you too, please. There are some sessions that only have a few ratings, and if we don't get more than about 10, it's very hard for us to know that that's a valid number. We use this to create a better conference next year, and it's really important to us as conference chairs.
And the speakers appreciate the feedback as well. Now, as we mentioned yesterday, this event wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, so I'd like to just give another thanks to IBM and Microsoft for their help. Thank you. And Microsoft was very kind in sponsoring our lunch today. Thank you again. And at all of our conferences, we offer up the BOFs, which are Birds of a Feather sessions, where you can go and talk about what's on your mind. We also have the Web 2 Open, but if you want to be in the regular sessions during the day, BOFs are a great opportunity at night. They're at the Westin.
And today, along with our show floor opening, we have our Web 2 Open. It's on the D2 level, which is basically out there and up one level. And if you haven't been to an unconference before, please do this. It's a great experience. We'll really get you in the flow of a sort of bar camp style event. And I want to thank Whitney Hoffman for having put this together for us. We get tons of requests for the speaker presentation files. Just know that wonderful Shirley, our speaker manager, goes after all of the speakers and asks them to put their files up on the web or give us the files so she can put them up on the web. We don't get them all. We are very aggressive about going after them. You may also, of course, when you're asking the speakers, remind them that the rest of the community would appreciate it having them up on the site. But that's the URL to go for all the presentation files that we do have. A reminder to use the tag W2E for this show and all your posts.
And always just be nice to the internet, or at least our little corner of it.
We had good success yesterday. Again, Web 20 is the network that is working the best. If you're on the other one that has web in it, I don't remember what it's called, that is failing a lot more often, so try the other one. The help desk is in the hallway outside the conference sessions. There's also a phone number you can call if you're not there. I'm not going to read it to you, but Caitlin tweeted it recently, so if you go to twitter.com/W2E, it's about 4 tweets down, you can just call them and ask for help.
And we have a survey. We appreciate your feedback in all manner. If you happen to participate this way, we're giving out a Kindle. We appreciate your input for Web 2.0 2010. And later today, starting at 4, going until, I believe, 6, is the Expo booth crawl. That'll be happening that way, over on the Expo floor.